Just so everyone knows, we are live streaming to Facebook, providing it works. Welcome to the last year of our life. And though we should be pros, never really totally knowing if things are going to cooperate for us. And then we are also recording this. So I guess if you're going to be on video, smile. We'd love to see you on video, but just as a heads up now, if you do not wish to. Sharon says I'm live on Facebook. Yes, technology for the win. Thank you so much. You know what, we're actually going to get started right away here. I've got a bit of rambling to do anyhow, just so we can be respectful of everyone's time. For those of you in real estate, I heard a rumor the market is kind of hot, so I'm sure you want to get back to work. So thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Annika Zepp, and I am the Executive Director at the Realtors Community Foundation. I've been here almost exactly 2 years, so I'm really excited about that. Before we totally get started, I do want to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, traditional meeting grounds, gathering place, and traveling routes to the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Métis, Dene, and Nakota Sioux. We acknowledge that all of these First Nations, Métis, and Inuit, whose footsteps have marked these lands before us for centuries. I would also like to extend gratitude to the many charities here today that continue the important work of supporting our Indigenous community members to thrive while celebrating and sharing their traditions with all of us. For those of you that are not familiar with the Realtors Community Foundation, we bring realtors together to move communities forward, and often that also includes the general real estate communities, so home inspectors and mortgage brokers and lawyers and all of that jazz. The centerpiece to what we do is providing grants to charities in the Edmonton area in the pillars of shelter and hunger and accessibility. And you're going to see some super charities that do all of those things today. We raise funds all year round, adding to the amount that we were able to grant at the end of the year, which to us is right now is March. So if you want an excuse for it to be a new year, you can celebrate the foundation's fiscal new year on April 1st. What an exciting and great day that would be. Anyhow, we deliberate all of these applications around February and select where these hard-raised funds will be allocated. The big give has been the day where we announce these charities that receive funding and celebrate the valuable work that they do in their community, but also our amazing community that makes this giving possible. So obviously we're online, nothing new there. We hope that by next year we'll be able to see you in person for hugs and handshakes and cheers. But we really appreciate the great turnout today. I see we're at 50. I'm sure that'll keep climbing, and then the Facebook folks. But I would just like to say thank you to everyone who's joining us. We have a number of charities with us today. If you want to wave on your screen, if you're from a charity, and we also have the majority of our Board of Governors joining us today. If you all want to wave your hands, as well as the Funding Allocations Committee. And I believe we do have members from the RAISE staff and Board of Directors as well. So thank you all. I think Sarah's here from ARAF. We could go on, but thank you all so much for joining us today. We're so grateful, and we are going to do our best to get you out of here well before 1 if I ever stop talking. So I will hand it over to our current president, Nicole McAway, to just continue the welcome greetings before we get rolling. Nicole?
Awesome. Thank you, Annika. This is an exciting day. I mean, normally we are in person, and of course this is different. We've had a lot of time on screens, so I wish we could have done things differently, but we obviously need to do our part to be safe. So on behalf of the Board of Governors and of the Realtors Community Foundation, I would like to say thank you so much for joining us today. We're so grateful to be a part of this wonderful community of supporters, people that make all of this giving possible. And of course, all these local charities that do such incredible work to make our communities better and stronger. We're proud to announce today the total amount that we're able to grant this year was $260,000. And the exciting thing about that is that it's just $5,000 shy of what we were able to give the year before. And in this difficult year, I think that's a remarkable achievement we're all pretty proud of, and we can all give ourselves a pat on the back. Going to, fundraising through this pandemic has definitely been a challenge. But this was all made possible by the generosity of our sponsors. Our We Care donors, those are realtors who give with each transaction that they do. Those who participated in our online fundraisers, we had some really great opportunities that were really quite successful there. And the Realtors Association of Edmonton, whose unwavering support we were so fortunate to have in this wild, crazy year. Last fiscal year, we introduced our flagship program, something that we're very, very proud of. This is where charities receive funds over a 3-year pledge period. The goal of this long-term funding is to provide more stability for charities to run programs and initiatives that they can build momentum and guaranteed continued support for their clients. Also, one great thing about this is it provides the opportunity for us to create deeper connections within our charity relationships between the realtors and the causes that we support that create a really big impact in our communities. So today's main focus of our event is to focus on our Big Give charities, but we will feature some of the flagships throughout our presentation today, just so you kind of are in the know of who they are. Plus, we actually are announcing the 2 new charities that will be beginning in April 2021. So that's quite exciting. This year, the flagship funding accounts for $110,000 of our total donations. So before we get rolling, I would also like to acknowledge all of my fellow funding allocation committee members. We had the tall task of choosing and deliberating fund recipients out of 44 applications, and we were led by our chair, Shirley Williams. So thank you all for your hard work. It is a lot of dedication, a lot of time is put into it. And these people that all sit in those chairs or virtually have big hearts, and they put a lot of time and attention, and a lot of passion goes into those decisions. We all have, deeper connections and have grown over time with some of the charities and gotten to know them better. And that really, it's a really exciting time for all of us to be a part of choosing those people. I could go on and on about how grateful we are, but I'm told that we want to keep Zoom events as short as possible. I'm sure we've all had our fill. So for efficiency's sake, we've created a couple videos. We're going to keep our announcements to the point. We've definitely had our fair share of yelling, "You're on mute." We were going to try to do this live, but we decided the video dynamic was probably a little bit more seamless. So we're going to go ahead and share our screen to facilitate this. And also just to mention, we are joined today by a bunch of representatives from the charities that we are supporting. So if you see yourself in the video, please give us a wave so we know that you're connected to one of these fine charities. So I'll let Annika take it away.
Hello, I'm Janine Marchand, a governor with the Realtors Community Foundation. I'm excited to announce the first charity to receive Realtors Community Foundation funding this year. Today we are donating $5,000 to the Abbotsfield Youth Project to fund their Healthy Snack program, which feeds kids from Northeast Edmonton who use their program. Things have been a little different due to COVID-19, and they've adapted to the change by delivering food and making YouTube videos for the kids to prepare the snacks at home. The Realtors Community Foundation has been donating to the Abbotsfield Youth Project since 2015 and has given $26,000 to date. Congratulations and thank you for all that you do.
This is Corey from the Campus Food Bank. Huge thank you to the Realtors Community Foundation. Your grant will go to helping us make sure our hampers are more nutritious by providing us with funding to buy fresh fruit and vegetables and other perishable items to add into our hampers. This will ensure that students can have more nutritious meals to feed their families. Thanks so much, and really appreciate you working to make students have a better experience.
Hey everyone, it's Aaron Robinson, Executive Treasurer of the Realtors Community Foundation. I am super excited because today I get to announce another charity here in Edmonton who is getting funding from us. So, further ado, let me introduce E4C, the City Center Church Corporation. E4C is the recipient of a $2,000 grant to help buy a new washer and dryer for their Women's Emergency Accommodation Center, WEAC, bringing the total investment of this one specific E4C project to $19,000. This gift will provide more than 364 women peace of mind, knowing that their items are clean and freshly laundered, especially in today's COVID protocols. E4C has been a charity that the Realtors Community Foundation has supported all the way back to 1997, making a grand total of giving from RCF to E4C of just over $380,000. We are so excited to see what 2021 has in store for E4C this year. Congratulations, you guys, and may you have a beautiful and safe 2021. Until next time, cheers!
Hello, Alan Morrison, a governor with the Realtors Community Foundation for the last 2 years. The Realtors Community Foundation is proud to support the Inner City Youth Development Program, where they support marginalized urban youth through a meal program. Last year, they supported about 70 youths directly and others indirectly. As one staff member mentioned, the youths would ask for additional meals to take home to give to other family members. Again, congratulations to the Inner City Youth Development Program, and we are a proud supporter, and congratulations.
Hello, my name is David Sentis, and I'm proud to be on the Board of Governors with the Realtors Community Foundation. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to go see a presentation on what iStar was all about. I was so impressed with the work they do and to see how this program can change people's lives. It makes me proud to be part of the Realtors Community Foundation and to continue to donate to the iStar program, and since 2004, having donated $88,000.
Hello, my name is Holly Lomheim, and I'm the Clinic Director at the Institute for Stuttering Treatment and Research. Our work is dedicated to helping people of all ages speak with confidence and to manage their stuttering. Communication is essential for all of us, and we can't thank you enough for your support in helping our clients receive life-changing therapy. We are truly grateful. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name's Melinda Chisholm, and I'm one of the governors of the Realtors Community Foundation, and I am very excited to announce that we're supporting Kids on Track this year. Kids on Track focuses on supporting families whose socioeconomic situations have made it more challenging for them to access the opportunities needed for optimal development of their children and youth. And specifically, we are supporting them with their Home Builders program. This is a 10-week grief recovery group support program that helps both kids and their parents to develop the hope and the skills required to navigate through the anger and emotional pain associated with grief. It also helps them with adjustments required in their lives following divorce or bereavement. Loss is never an easy thing to cope with, whether you're 3 years old or 30, so I am very glad that this program exists and is able to help families when they're feeling their most vulnerable and like a central piece of their puzzle has been taken away forever.
Hello, I'm Natasha Aiello with Infinite Realty Service, and today I would like to thank the Realtors Community Foundation on behalf of the Nina Haggerty Center for the Arts, who supports a collective of artists with developmental disabilities in a wonderful studio space on Alberta Avenue right here in Edmonton. With this year's donation, the Nina was able to acquire an AED defibrillator, the only one in a 12-block radius. While this may not seem like the most glamorous purchase, it certainly brings solace to this unique group of artists who can sometimes also face medical challenges.
Janine Marchant again. This is a new charity to the Realtors Community Foundation. Today we are proud to announce that we're donating $3,000 to the Old Strathcona Youth Society. This money will be funding their food and hamper program. The Old Strathcona Youth Society has been a place for Edmonton youth to connect since 1998. This organization assists youth between 14 and 24. I am so glad their executive director, Karen Drynan, my past client, decided to submit an application so we can fund them this year. Thanks again and congratulations. Keep up the great work.
There we go. Awesome. So there's the first half. You may have noticed my mouse clicking. I thought it was on loop with Janine's second part. I've only edited the video for like 10 hours and I thought it was re-looping. Anyhow, you noticed that we had our house on the end there, but we didn't say all too much about them. And that is because we are so pleased to have Rebecca and Tyler with us today to share a little bit more about our house and what they've been up to over the past year. When we first told all the charities that they were getting funds, I had the pleasure of meeting with most of them via Zoom. And when they told me about the work they've continued doing and the resilience of their clients, I thought, you know what, they're absolutely perfect to be speaking today. So I think I've requested you to unmute, Tyler and Rebecca, if you want to do that and take over from me, that would be super.
For sure. Thanks, Annika. So yeah, I'm the operational director at Our House Edmonton, and we're a long-term residential treatment facility for people, actually men only, with substance use disorders. So we have around 60 clients at any given time at our facility. And recently, the Realtors Community Foundation granted us $21,000 to renovate 3 rooms, which will house 6 individuals and possibly up to 20 throughout the year. So we're extremely grateful for the entire Realtor Community Foundation team for supporting us with this project that will directly impact our community members. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, I'm the program director, and I would just like to say thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to provide our clients with a place of dignity. You know, particularly right now with COVID and having to be stuck in their rooms a lot of the time, even, you know, pretty much on lockdown for the last year, and we've managed to keep it out of our center. So I'm going to knock on wood on that one and thank you. And it really contributes to them knowing that the community cares. And that's big for them. Right? When they come in here, a lot of times they've lost their sense of self-worth, their sense of importance, their sense of belonging. And when we're able to provide them, you know, with the proper healthy space to live in, that speaks volumes more than just the actual space itself. So thank you very, very much. And yeah, I can't say more than that. You know, we love the work that we do, and I'm glad that it's recognized as important to other people as well. So thank you.
Definitely. Thanks, Rebecca.
Awesome. Do you have anything else to add, Tyler?
No, I think Rebecca covered it. So she brought up that we've had no COVID cases over the past year. That's something that we're really proud of. Our clients have been really, really instrumental in that process as well. Really getting behind all of our COVID protocols, which is very, very difficult to do, especially when you're going through so much already and then trying to add these, you know, restrictions and regulations on top of everything that they're already dealing with. It's been pretty incredible to see the resiliency during this difficult time. So I think being able to kind of give back with some better housing facilities and some more renovations is, you know, really I think it'll make a big difference in their daily lives. So we really appreciate it.
Awesome. And I think when we met, I may have written my notes incorrectly. It was there 60 clients staying with you right now, and that number was not reduced due to COVID. Was that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. So I think that's incredible. And I know when we spoke You had said initially, like, oh, I think the clients might be able to see some of their family for the first time in a while in the parking lot. And I just couldn't imagine going through that and not even having that support system. So I think tremendous, both on what you've been able to do, but I'm also so proud of the clients that are at the house, because I think that's just, yeah, I can't imagine. So thank you so much. And thanks for joining us. And I know I emailed you and said, can you talk, please? So you thank you for being up for it and sharing a little bit more with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. Okay, well, we do have a second half of the video for those of you doing mental math going, we are not at 260,000 yet, Annika. So I'm going to go back into screen share mode. And like I kind of popped in the chat last minute, if you want to use the clapping emoticons or anything like that to show your excitement, please feel free to do that as well. All right.
Hey there, I'm Brent Pedrusny with the Realtors Community Foundation. And I just want to say how proud we are to be able to continue our support with the Rusin Family Hospice Center and their Nourishment and Nurture program. When I read their vision statement at the hospice center, it is any person in Edmonton and surrounding area can access calm and compassionate care at the end of life, or as a survivor or loved one, find help with transition caused by death. What a wonderful vision, and what a wonderful thing everyone involved with this society does.
My name is Melinda Chisholm, and I'm one of the governors of the Realtors Community Foundation, and I am overjoyed to announce that we're once again supporting the Safe Society, an incredible organization working towards a society free of abuse. As we saw COVID cases surge this year, stay-at-home orders were put in place across Canada to protect the public and prevent widespread infection. But this also left many victims of domestic violence trapped with their abusers. And this also meant that victims were not as well equipped to safely connect with support systems that could help. The Safe Society helps families who choose to leave these abusive situations in as safe a way as possible by building resiliency and safety planning, and they provide children and youth the abilities to keep themselves safe, as well as developing skills and healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with abuse and violence. I strongly believe that the Safe Society has an integral part in building better communities for ourselves and our families, and I am so glad to be able to support an organization with such a profound, positive impact on our community.
This money will help reduce the feeling of isolation that people living with spina bifida and hydrocephalus have to live with every single day by providing some very much needed equipment.
Hi, I'm Nicole McAway, and I've been with the Realtors Community Foundation for 5 years as a governor, and this year I'm proud to be sitting as the president for 2021. We are proud to support this year Cornerstone Counseling Center, and we've actually been supporting them since 2015. We've given them over $33,000 since 2015, and this year they will be receiving $13,500. This year more than ever, obviously, there's a lot of people that are struggling with their mental health and just needing someone to talk to, and I personally felt really my heartstrings pulled towards this program because I have loved ones who've struggled with mental health, and I've been sort of their key support system. So I know how important it is, and I know what great programming they do there. So it is, it's important. It's more important this year than ever, and I'm really proud that we are able to help them continue doing what they do.
Hi, I'm Sheila Stauffer, the Executive Director of Cornerstone Counseling. I would like to thank the Realtors Community Foundation for their donation to our program. We are going to be using these funds to supply low-fee counseling to people who would not otherwise be able to afford this type of help. You're making a difference in the community. Thank you.
Hello everybody, Shirley Williams here, past president of the Realtors Community Foundation. I'm so excited today to announce one of the recipients of our Big Give charities. The Wilderness Youth Challenge program is a no-fee for service program that provides solo camping experience out in the wilderness for at-risk youth, aged 12 to 18 years. They are referred from youth justice or from the social services avenues, and this amazing solo camping positive experience helps them manage self-awareness and learn some of the skills to help prevent relapses, and shows the youth how to discover the valuable skills they need not only out in the wilderness but also for life. It's a great successful program, and given the nature of this solo experience, the camps will continue this summer out in the wilderness despite the pandemic, so we're so excited to be able to fund this opportunity for them again. Thank you. Congratulations.
Hey there, my name is Melinda Chisholm and I'm one of the governors of the Realtors Community Foundation, and I am so proud to announce that we're supporting the Today Family Violence Help Center and their Safe at Last program. The Today Center provides immediate, inclusive, and integrated services for those impacted by family violence, and their Safe at Last program provides concrete financial help and support to victims by removing any barriers to safety for those at high risk of family violence continuing. The financial support of this program is flexible enough that it can be used to address a variety of needs, but the desired outcome of utilizing this program in any case is to support individuals and address safety concerns in a way that has longevity and minimizes the likelihood of that family violence reoccurring. My family is far from perfect, and over the last 2 years, I actually found myself seeking out assistance from the Today Center, and they've made a huge difference in my life and my brother's life. And I personally can attest that the stress that victims of family violence endure can feel unbearable when paired with financial hardship. So I am incredibly grateful to be paying it forward and giving back to an organization that gives so much to those it supports.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Lafleur, Realtor and Commercial Agent with eXp Realty here in Edmonton. This is my 4th year on the Board of Governors, and over this time I have learned and heard much about this charity recipient, the Wings of Providence. WINGS stands for Women in Need Growing Stronger. This organization supports women with children who have experienced family violence in the Edmonton area. This year, RCF is proud to be donating $5,000 to the Wings of Providence Rocky Forest Daycare Program, which is a fully licensed and accredited daycare facility at the Wings home next door. This daycare can accommodate up to 33 children, most of whom are toddler to preschool ages. This $5,000 grant for funding snacks at the Rocky Forest Daycare program means that children who have experienced abuse and live in poverty will be provided with daily nutrition and sustenance so that they can continue on their journey of healing and healthy development.
Hi everybody, Shirley Williams here, past president of the Realtors Community Foundation. Excited to announce another one of our recipients this year for the Big Give charities. The Homes for Heroes Foundation we have chosen to receive this year was developed in response to the growing number of families and military veterans who are facing crisis when they return to civilian life and find themselves on the path to homelessness. As many as 5,000 veterans every year are on the streets in Canada. These veterans put their lives on the line to protect our freedoms, and now they need and deserve our support. So it's with great gratitude that the Realtors Community Foundation is going to be granting $30,000 in funds this year, in addition to $10,000 in 2019. Plus, we are so excited to announce that the addition of Homes for Heroes as one of our flagship charities this year from 2021 through until 2024. That actually means a total pledge of $100,000 to the Homes for Heroes. This will actually fully fund one of the 20 homes that is being built in the Edmonton's Evansdale Village, This is a new development where the Homes for Heroes will be. So congratulations, and we are so happy to be able to help in this wonderful charity and give to this Homes for Heroes. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Annika Zapp and I'm the Executive Director of the Realtors Community Foundation. I am absolutely thrilled to announce Drive Happiness as our second flagship charity beginning in 2021. They have gone above and beyond to support seniors through this pandemic, increasing their services, collaborating with other seniors organizations, and being all-around excellent stewards. Congratulations, we can't wait to work with you over the next 3 years.
All right, we are back. Congratulations to Homes for Heroes and to Drive Happiness for joining the flagship roster. We see some applauses. I realized I wasn't on mute, so you probably heard my tapping applause and my typing. I apologize. We are actually joined today by another one of our Big Give charities who is going to tell us a little bit more. So Homes for Heroes, we have been funding for a long time, and I think we've funded, $140,000 to them in since we've been around, and they've been around. But this charity is brand new this year. So Leftovers Foundation is receiving $10,000, and of course, obviously, the allocations committee really loved their application, given the fact that they did receive those funds. But further to that, when I did meet with them, I was just my jaw was dropped at how amazing all the cool and innovative things are that they're doing. And further to that, I talked to, I think, Campus Food Bank right afterwards. And I said, hey, have you heard of Leftovers Foundation? You should partner. And they're like, we're already there. We're already working together. And I love when that happens, when the charities all connect, because ultimately everyone's working to build a stronger, greater Edmonton area. And it's always better when we work together. So I'm going to hand it over to Kira. I think I have to maybe invite you to unmute potentially. There we go. And she will share a little bit more about Leftovers Foundation.
Thanks so much, Annika, and thanks to the RCF for granting us the $10,000 donation and also for giving us the opportunity to speak today. Annika, I do apologize for making you late to that meeting with Corey, because I think that I talked a little bit too much when we first were introduced. Because we're a brand new charity, I'd like to give everyone a bit more of an overview as to what it is that we do. As a new organization and new to the Realtor Foundation, there's a bit of an interesting situation that we find ourselves in. So first, I'm going to outline the issue, and then I'll talk a little bit more about what we're doing and all the different programs that we have that work to address food insecurity, food waste, and climate change here in Edmonton. So the issue is threefold. Firstly, 60% of food that is produced in Canada is wasted. That food is going to the landfill without ever feeding a person. Crazy. Part two. Hunger and food insecurity are increasing in our society. These were trends that we saw even before the pandemic. However, the pandemic, with the job loss and the devastating effect that this has had on marginalized communities, has caused these issues to skyrocket. Thirdly, as if that isn't enough to deal with, we're facing a climate crisis of unprecedented proportions. A large part of the climate crisis is caused by the emission of greenhouse gases, such as methane, which is produced when food is rotting. Methane, being 20 to 25 times more harmful in our environment than CO2, means that all of these issues are compounding together to cause a pretty big issue. Obviously, this issue requires systemic and institutional change. Our governments and large corporations need to take action in order to ensure that people are being taken care of. However, at Leftovers and in Edmonton, we know that significant achievements can be won through partnership under the belief that food should not be wasted while our neighbors are going hungry. Leftovers is a food rescue charity. We mobilize and redirect otherwise wasted food from food vendors into the food programs at local service agencies. Every single day, volunteers in Edmonton and also at our other charities in Calgary and Winnipeg, every day volunteers are picking up food from food donors. These are places like restaurants, grocery stores, cafes, farmers markets, anywhere that is producing food that is sold where the food may not be sellable, but would still be good to eat. These volunteers use our app to pick up food donations from these food vendors and take them to local service agencies, organizations like the Campus Food Bank, like Our House, also organizations like the Multicultural Health Brokers, Pregnancy Pathways, and a number of other flagship or charities that I've seen on the list today. Last month, February 2021, was our largest month ever in Edmonton, with 62 volunteers redirecting 20,996 pounds of food. That's nearly 10 tons of good food that nurtured our community instead of wasting in a landfill. And this is what the Realtor Foundation's donation has accomplished. So again, from myself, our team, and the community that we serve, thank you so much for your generous donation. While Food Rescue is our flagship program, we do have several other small programs that help out with further working to reduce food waste and increase access, including our Home Harvest program. Home Harvest is a program that we've just launched in partnership with our partner, the Operation Fruit Rescue Society of Edmonton. Offer is an organization that has been around for years. You've probably purchased some preserves that they have made or attended one of their cider making workshops at a farmer's market over the years. Offer also does Home Harvest in that they partner with homeowners in order to have volunteers come and pick the fruit that is at fruit trees on their properties. These fruit trees are sometimes considered a bit of a nuisance as people purchase the home and then they don't know what's going on with the fruit tree. They don't know if it's edible. So they just leave the fruit on the tree. It falls off in the fall and then rots in their backyard, which isn't ideal. That's food that most often could be feeding someone or could be in other ways helping the homeowners foster a greater connection with their environment, which we so need right now. So by Home Harvest, we piloted it last summer, had a few dozen homes that were participating in it, saw such tremendous success that we've decided to fully launch it, though that's not public yet, so that is a bit of a secret, but I got permission to share it with you today. But we are going to be announcing the launch very soon of our new rollout of the Home Harvest program, and we've already had interested homeowners sign up again to be part of the program. By this program, what's going to happen is the apps will, on our app, just like we have routes that go from food donor to service agency, we'll have routes that go from someone's home to a service agency, so that volunteers in the Edmonton community will be able to sign up on the app to pick fruit from the fruit tree that is on someone's property. They'll be able to pick the fruit, give a little bit to the homeowner, and bring the rest to charity. So this is just another way that we're trying to foster increased connection with the land, increased connection with the community, and increased connection between homeowners and service agencies here in the city. Because at the end of the day, food insecurity and food waste are issues that are not just faced by individuals, they're faced by the community. And we know that by working together as a community, we're going to be able to address these issues and make for a better planet for everyone tomorrow. So again, like I said, I cannot overstate how grateful we are to be included for our first time in the RCF Big Give. Thank you so much to everyone for your choice of leftovers and for your support. And thank you also to all the other charities who are doing some phenomenal work. We love being able to partner with many of you, and we also just love being inspired by the work that you're doing. So thank you all so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I just got a text saying, this girl's awesome. So good work. And I think realtors, if you have clients who are not cleaning the fruit up out of their yards, you now have a great solution that also supports charities. And for all the other charities on here today, if you want to partner with somebody who might have some great food for your clients, this might be a great option as well. That is actually the conclusion of our big give, technically. Of course, I have a few wrap notes, but thank you so much. And a big applause to everyone. I'm going to just switch it to gallery view on my end so we can record, so we can all be like excited and yay, congratulations, charities. Yay, fun times. We love Zoom so much. Thanks, everyone. I'm just going to pop in the chat here the link to our raffle tickets. We have a raffle closing on Monday. I'd be remiss not to put it in there. Charities know I'm fundraising, and you got to do what you got to do. While I've got you all here, I wanted to thank so much everyone again for attending today. It has been a pleasure to see so many of your faces once again. And What else did I want to say? We have a new website coming later this week. So our website might be down for like a day and then it's going to launch and be way, way prettier. Thank you to everyone for attending today, for the work that you do. I am going to turn off our streaming, but leave the room open. I did get feedback from some charities that they might want to say thanks to some of our governors or meet some other charity folks. So leave the room open as long as people want, but we'll take it off of the streaming and recording. So thank you so much, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Oh, one more thing. We'll be featuring every charity for an individual day through the month of April. So you'll see even more about every single one of our charities through April. Follow us on social at RCFYEG, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Those are all of my plugs. I am closing all the recording, and if anyone wants to pipe up, open mic, go for it.